Hello, welcome. Let me set things up here. Alright, hello, welcome back to another Turganist Sorceress gameplay parts 154. I'm Robert GZ. Last time I continued the Sorceress story by by continuing to do missions, and I fought a lot of enemies, did a lot of dungeons, I talked to a lot of NPCs, watched a few cutscenes, and then still trying to find parts of the Chalice of Healing. So let's continue as I get my doggo for the 15th billionth time. My doggo that picks up items. Oh, right. Sorry. Short stream as usual. Keep forgetting. Sometimes I forget about that. Yeah, it's definitely faster to go to St. Haven and go to Rodimus. Incredible! That technology, that progress! Who created this technology? So, this... Oh, alright. Change voice! So, this is Rodimus. It feels so different from Argyle. I can't believe even a place like this has become so developed. The traps I saw on the way here were also very impressive. I still have a bear trap on my leg and I don't feel anything. Excuse me. Oh, what is it? Anna sent me. Here's a blanket. Hands over a blanket. Oh, yes, thank you. You're taking such good care of me and other refugees. It's true what they say about Rodimus being open to refugees. You seem really impressed with something. What is it? Besides this technology. This place, Rodimus. The technological advancement. The traps we encountered on the way here. Ah! Oh, there's the pain. Do you know whose work they were by any chance? The traps here? Orphe mentioned that Shalka helped set those traps. And Admiral Akbar would say, oh, there's a trap! Oh, do you know who did it? Who could possibly have come up with such a genius idea? There was someone who was helping Rodimus, but they are not here now. Well, why are you so curious about that? The other refugees seem to have no energy. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that they are away at the moment. Well, if I start feeling down, my ideas for inventions dry up. So I always try to shake off the blues and keep my spirits up. Inventions? Yeah, if you're curious about Argyle's technology, come see me anytime. You could say I was a very famous inventor in Argyle. Okay, here's the deal. Okay, here's the deal. Okay, anyways. Everyone in the country has a communication tool to talk face to face. And it was something I created. It's called... It's called Skype. I made it years ago, but someone stole my idea. Well, it was more of a collaborative project, but I came up with that idea in the first place, you know? But, you know, they stole it and took they didn't even give me any money for it. And since I've invented all sorts of other gadgets, there are a few people who know Argyle's technical prowess as well as I do. Besides... Oh, I see. Somehow I feel like this story is going to be a long one. I better take advantage of the pause and go see to another refugee, or just, you know, pull up a chair and listen to her story. Arg! It's collapsed. All of it in a moment. Go away! Away, I said. I was in a corner, shivering with fear. Calm down. I came in here to bring you a blanket. There's nothing to be afraid of. Hands over a blanket. A blanket? Is this Rodimus? I see. I'm alive. Alive. Are you okay? Okay? No, I'm not okay. I can't stop thinking of what happened then. What happened? Then, yeah, everything collapsed in on us and the child's attacked. Can you tell me more about that day? That day, I was arranging the storage like normal, like I always do, when the ceiling suddenly caved in. Even though I hadn't gone outside the kingdom, I could suddenly see the blue sky. Then all was hell. Through the collapsed ceiling, the childs poured in like a storm of insects, knocking down buildings and killing people. Face goes pale. I heard screams from everywhere, and help me! Selma begins shaking and cowers back into the corner. It's probably not a good idea to probe any further. Welcome, Robot GZ. I have been waiting for you. Oh, sorry. Were you waiting long? I was helping Anna take care of the refugees, and I heard the details from Drain. Actually, we are grateful that you helped us despite being busy. You always think of others first, don't you, Robot GZ? I wasn't doing it for anyone's gratitude. It seemed like there was so much to do. I thought it would be nice for you all if I helped lighten the load a bit. But how are you guys holding up? Who would have imagined so many refugees come in from Argyle Kingdom? Well, I heard that that army of Trials invaded through the ceiling of Argyle Kingdom, and that eventually everything collapsed. But it may actually be that someone else attacked Argyle Kingdom, and some Trials took advantage of that fact. The entire Western Territory is in chaos due to the power struggle between the Trials, with the commander position empty. And yet, is something wrong? Since supplies are lacking, we are not in the best position to accommodate so many refugees. Refugees continue to pour in, and our stocks here in Rodimus are not without limit. We're having a hard time securing additional supplies to meet the sudden surge of refugees. Anna said something similar as well. Does that mean you won't be able to take everyone in? No, that will not be the case. Rodimus has no intention of abandoning refugees of Argyle Kingdom. In spite of our shortages, no matter what the number is, we intend to accommodate everyone. Before you came, Robot GZ, we got the supplies we needed from the Honest Merchant Guild. Oh, come to think of it, Ark, who was investigating the situation in Western Territory, asked for a meeting with you. He'll be waiting at Vulcan Swamp, so you should go there. In Vulcan Swamp? Why won't he come to Rodimus? It seems that something may have happened. Robot GZ, please go find out what happened and then let me know. Okay, will do. Wait, you'll be asking Ark about the Cup of Healing when you meet, right? Then I'm going too. Sure, then Brew and I will be back soon. Be careful, meet with Ark and Wilkinson. Okay. My apologies for for requiring you to come all the way here for our meeting. After leaving Argyle, I got the distinct feeling that I was being followed. So I thought it would be best to have you come to me, Robot TZ, rather than going to Rodimus. That's alright. It wasn't as if it was difficult coming here. But who would be following you? Don't tell me the goddess is onto you. That wouldn't be it. If the goddess was on the move, we'd see far more activity among the commanders. Whoever it was, they are no longer on my tail. So you have nothing to worry about. That's a relief. Oh, were you able to look into the cup of healing lid? Yes, the ancient book I told you earlier was in the Argyle Kingdom. So I returned to Argyle, the secret city underground. But when I went back, somehow the whole Argyle was buried, and I couldn't find the text. Argyle Kingdom has one and only princess. I believe she might know something, but I cannot find her. There hasn't been any news about her whereabouts since the collapse of the kingdom. A princess? Nods. She is the only daughter of the Grand Duke of Argyle Kingdom. Her name is... sorry if I mispronounce this. Sylvania. Sylvania. If anyone knows about the Cup of Healing, it would be her. If you learn about her whereabouts, you may be one step closer to learning about the cup. I will also attempt to learn more about the contents of the ancient book, but it will be difficult. It seems impossible to ignore the possibility that the lid was buried in debris. I asked the refugees flying into Rodimus, and according to them, Argyle was invaded by Childs, but I believe this is why it collapsed. Those who survived the collapse must have arrived safely in Rodimus. It is a relief to hear that, but Argyle Kingdom was a city located deep underground. Many would have been killed when it caved in. Who would have done such a cruel thing? Shakes his head. I was unable to determine who was involved in the attack, or how many survived. However, the entrance to Argyle Kingdom was sealed and completely hidden, so there were very few who knew of its location. Perhaps... Stops talking. Ark? Someone is approaching. What? Who could possibly... It's my fault. I can't rule out the possibility that it's the one who was following me. I think it would be better to move to another location. Let's go a little further inside. Grill and I will try to lose the tracker, so please take your time following us, Robot GZ. Oops.
From the bowels of the earth, burn them all! Stand still! Boom! Over here. Burn, baby, burn! Out. Over here. Over here. Over here. To the icy bowels of hell.
Nobody will have been able to follow us here. But who would be tailing us in the first place? Unfortunately, I haven't been able to determine their identity. They may be related to the collapse of Argyle Kingdom somehow. As I said earlier, the number of people aware of Argyle's location was tiny, so the number of childs who might have destroyed it is also limited. There are also some childs who stand out as the candidates most likely to have destroyed the place. Really? Yes, the Western Territory has become a battleground for the childs to consume one another since Jade's death, and there are 3 childs who stand out. First of all, Strongblade, I'm sorry if I mispronounce this, Kunos, likes to travel alone and is now known as the strongest child in the Western Territory. Rumor has it he is to be the successor of the former Commander Jade. In truth, Kanos is said to be the most suitable candidate. There was also domineering Nephrite, who possessed powerful magical abilities, and everyone said was no slouch, despite being weaker physically than Kanos. But recently, she was killed by a 3rd child. A 3rd child? No, it's Bewitching Hiver, a child said to be a skillful manipulator who has gained power by luring numerous childs into her traps. Yeah. Ivor? Grill must be shocked. Grill, are you okay? Do you want to go back? No, I'm okay. I want to hear more. After consuming nephrite, she quickly became the second most powerful child in the race. But she is unwilling to come into the open because of Kronos. I don't know how long this standstill will last, but are you saying Ivor was the child who destroyed Argyle Kingdom? That's a possibility given the circumstances. Argyle Kingdom, like Gardamus, was a place where people harbored the will to rebel against the goddess from their secret location. There's a good chance Ivor knew its location since she was once a member of the anti-goddess faction. And if Ivor really is such a child, Radames, like Argyle Kingdom, is part of the anti-goddess faction, so we should be careful. Even if it's hidden like Argyle, we don't know when its location could be exposed, so something needs to be done. No way. Come to think of it, the fact things are so quiet even though Ivor knows the location of Radames is unsettling. Does this mean she's planning something? I think we should return to Norfae for now. For the time being, I will continue to look for more information on the ancient book and the cup of healing lit. Take care of yourself until we meet again. Go to Norfae and Radames and tell him what you heard from Mark. Okay. Oh, I got mail. What is this? Achieved, what? Oh, well, I can get to look at it long enough. Stage entrance. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I feel like we're gonna be in Rodimus for a bit here, so I might as well make St. Haven the town, now. Oh, right. Besides, I gotta check mail anyways. This way. There. Yeah, oh, okay. Oh, cool. Yeah, St. Evan is definitely faster. Norfe, we have a problem. Listen to this. Robot GZ, what's the problem? Ark says Hyver may have been behind the collapse of Argyle Kingdom, if it was really Hyver. Please calm down and speak more clearly, Robot GZ. What are you trying to say? Well, there was a power struggle between the Childs and the Western Territory, which includes Argyle, and the child thought to have done it was Hyver. Did you say Hyver? Yes, according to Ark, she is known as Bewitching Hyver. She has already become known as one of the power players in the West. Apparently, she has used a variety of tricks to steal the jewels of other childs and cultivate power. What if Hyver targets Rodimus after Argyle? Ark seems worried about that very thing. Rodimus may be attacked like Argyle soon. Hyver actually knows where Rodimus is. Don't you want to take refuge in Merca's heart? It's safe against an attack from the Childs. That would be difficult, Robot GZ. Even now, the Argyle refugees are still pouring in, and it would be next to impossible to move this many people to Merca's heart all at once without being noticed. There are also the wounded to consider. I am also aware that even though Hyver hasn't made any significant moves against Rodimus yet, that won't always be the case. Rodimus has its own countermeasures in place for that very reason, so you don't need to worry. That's good to hear, but it'll be okay. I really don't like the idea of finding my sister, but I'll stop anyone who tries to bring down Rodimus. Did Ark tell you anything else? Oh, that's right. It talks about the whereabouts of the ancient book and couplet that Ark mentioned. The princess, you say. In that case, citizens of Argyle Kingdom might know something about the cup of healing lid. For now, it would be wise to ask around among the refugees. You might find a clue about the princess as well. It would be best if the princess made it to Rodimus. I will ask the guards to keep an eye out for her. But more importantly, there's something I need you to do, Robot GZ. Huh? What is it? Can you go meet honest merchant at Peril in Merca's heart for me? Apparently, the supplies delivered last time are more or less ready. And while you're there, can you procure some full moon herb as well? It's a herb that Anna needs. It says she needs urgently. Sure, it's the least I can do. Thank you. You can deliver the item to Sorceress Anna after procuring it. Go to Honest Merchant Peril in Merca's heart. Oops, I passed him. Well, if it isn't Robot GZ, what brings you here? Your favorite Rodimus sent me. Apparently there are some supplies for delivery. Ah, you came from Rodimus. Wait a moment. I tried to get everything that was included on the list, but with the destruction of Argyle Kingdom, the largest commercial base in the West, even us honest merchants have been hit hard financially. I had trouble procuring everything that was asked for as a result. This is the best I could do for supplies at the moment. Hands over a large bundle. The remainder of the goods could take some time. Can you tell Norfig that? Sure, will do. Oh, and do you have some full moon herb by any chance? Apparently it's urgent. Full moon herb? Unfortunately, even I am having trouble finding that these days. The spawning season for the jellyfish living in the caves has begun, so we can't get close. We also ran out of stock already procured. That's not good. Anna said it was urgently needed. Well, I could tell you the location where full moon herb grows, and if you want, you could go get some yourself. If you do, I'll refine it so you can use that as a medicinal herb. It's dangerous there during spawning season, but I feel comfortable telling you. I think you'll be fine, Robot GZ. I mean, I'm a sorceress, so yeah, definitely. Where can I find it? The full moon herb grows in the secret seabed cave on Chiron Island. It's a flower that shines with a yellow light akin to the full moon, so it isn't hard to find. Please be careful on your journey. Full moon herb can be found in the secret seabed cave on Chiron Island. Okay, let's go this way.
Come, my mates! Destroy them all! Turn it up there! From the bowels of the earth, burn them all! Stand still! Over here?
The flower shines with the yellow light. Click the herb. And I am out of here. Oh. Why is the stream frozen on YouTube? Hold on. One second. Hold on. Says the stream is still okay. That was weird. The that was weird. The stream was frozen for me for like for a few minutes there. That was weird. Now it seems to be working. All right. Oh, excuse me. See other doors back there. I want to go towards them. Oh, okay. You already found some? You never cease to amaze me, Robot GZ. If you give it to me, I'll separate out the parts that can be used as a medicinal herb. Trims the roots and stems of the medicinal of the full moon herb. Picks out the damaged leaves, separates them, and puts everything except the stems in a pouch. Here you go. You can use the leaves to treat wounds, the roots for fever, and the petals as a supplement to boost your energy. Thanks. I can just bring this to Anna now, right? The situation is tense in the Western Territory at the moment, so I'll be praying for Rodimus' safety. Please deliver these goods to Norfe. Find Sorceress Anna and Rodimus. Okay. Robot GZ, what is it now? We've already done enough, everything we can do for the refugees, so there's nothing else you can do to help. Is that so? Here, Norfrey told me to bring this to you. Hands over the prepared full moon herb. Oh, why are there two of me? I'd like to know why there are two of me. This is full moon herb, isn't it? This is the herb I requested from Norfrey. Thank you for bringing me this. This will make up for the medicine I've been lacking. Now that I've helped Anna, I can ask around among the refugees about the cup of healing, right? Is there anything else I can do to help? Grind in the leaves and begin to decoct the herbs. Huh? Something to help? Well, I'd say giving this medicine to the injured would be the biggest help. Hands over the finished medicine. Here you go. Anna's trademark blink of an eye medicine. Blink of an eye medicine? That's right. Use this ointment and your wounds will be healed in the blink of an eye, hence the name. Just apply this to the wounds of the patients. Cover the wounds with it and they will be completely healed. Stop opening my bag. Stop it. grabs ankle in agony. Are you okay? It will help if you apply this ointment. Applies the blink of an eye medicine to the ankle wound. Phew. This medicine, it's really amazing. Thank you so much. Really, I don't know what to say. If it weren't for Rodimus, we're just helping people in need. But can I ask you something? Sure, ask me anything. I'll tell you anything, except our family's secret technique, of course. No. No, I need to know this no. I need to know the secret technique. Is it Kung Fu? Please tell me it's Kung Fu. If it's a secret fighting technique, I must know. Show me! No, okay. It's not it. What's the secret technique? Batman, man. What? Alright, anyways. It's nothing major. I just wondered if you knew anything about the Cup of Healing. Cup of Healing? Is that some kind of teacup? No, it's the lid of the cup to be exact. I heard that there was something written in it in ancient book of Argal. I guess if it was worth recording in the library books, it must have been an old item indeed. I never really spent any time in the library though, so I see. Then maybe I should ask about the Princess Sylvania mentioned by Art. Then do you happen to know anything about Princess Sylvania? Well, is there anyone who doesn't know about Princess Sylvania of Argal Kingdom? Our kingdom is protected by the Grand Duke, and Princess Sylvania is his only heir, although she would rather travel around the world than focus on the affairs of the realm. With that in mind, it seems I heard that the princess was outside the kingdom when the attack occurred. It's a relief to know that she escaped this disaster. The Riverseed seem generally concerned about the princess. What matters is that it seems that she wasn't in Argal Kingdom when the attack happened. But in that case, where is she now? Thank you for the information. I should ask in our refugee now. Oh, my back. All inside as if it was, with a hurt back. Oh my, are you okay? How did you get hurt like this? Whoa, I was attacked by bandits while escaping the Red Waste. I was trying to protect my books and... Oh? Books? Is there anything else bothering you? It'll help if you apply this right away. Hands over a blink of an eye medicine. If you rub it on your side, it'll get better soon. Is that all I needed? What would happen if I haven't arrived at Rodma's on time? Thank you. I'll never forget your kindness. It wasn't much. Hey, do you know what happened? Do you happen to know anything about the Cup of Healing by any chance? Did you say Cup of Healing? I know it's a relic of some kind of material of value in records, but I work as a transcriber of books. If you're looking for the real thing, I wonder if it might be in the castle, or perhaps the library. Many items of value are on display there, though I suppose it's probably buried beneath pile of rubble now. It can't be. So we'll never find the cup of healing lid? That, or we'll have to evacuate it from the rubble. Then, is it possible Princess Sylvania might know anything about it? Princess Sylvania? I'm sorry if I keep mispronouncing her name. I'm sorry. She most certainly would know. On the way to Rodimus after the fall of Argo Kingdom, I saw the princess handmaid. I doubt she was going back to Argo. I hope she wasn't injured. Then does that mean there's a chance Princess Sylvania traveled from Argo Kingdom to Rodimus? For now, the best thing would be to consult with Norfae. Go to Norfae and Rodimus. There you are, Robot Easy. I heard from Anna that you distributed the medicine among the refugees. Thank you. Don't mention it. I couldn't not help. By the way, Peril said more time was needed to prepare the remaining supplies. I see. The honest merchants are also suffering from the collapse of Argyle Kingdom, but I'm glad they said they're willing to help. It seems the issue of the refugees is sorting itself out, but there is still the matter of the Cup of Healing. I asked around among the refugees about the Cup of Healing lid, but couldn't find anyone who knew much of the substance. I asked around too. One of the refugees said it might be in the Argyle library or castle, but that it must have been buried in the collapse. Oh, sorry, this is me. Sorry. Don't tell me we'll never find it after all we've done. If it was buried in the desert, it would be hard to find, but there must be a way. Besides, it's not clear yet that it was buried. Right? Oh, I almost forgot. I asked about Princess Sylvania too. It seems that when Argo Kingdom collapsed, she was traveling abroad, but they also reported seeing her on the way here. So maybe the princess was on her way to Rodimus too? What you say seems reasonable, Robot Easy. If she returned and saw the state of Argo, she would have to come to Rodimus seeking her people. But how is it possible that the sole heir to the throne was able to cavort outside the kingdom? Is it because she was not the king? Cassius said the knights followed him everywhere whenever he left the kingdom. It must have been a characteristic unique to the Argyle Kingdom. It may have been more possible due to the excellent health of the Grand Duke prior to the fall of the kingdom. So maybe she'll soon arrive in Rodimus. What with all the refugees suddenly stops talking. Orphe? I got a message from the guards. They say Princess Sylvania has in fact arrived in Rodimus. Really? Then we better go speak with her. If anyone knows something, it would be Princess Sylvania, right? I'll remain here and continue to think about other ways to get information on the matter. So can you go and check if Princess Sylvania knows anything about the Cup of Healing lid? Robot Easy? Sure, I'll go and report back soon. Thank you. For the people of Argyle Kingdom, I can surrender anything. Rodimus at last will be safe now. The other citizens have come here too, correct? That's good. It seems many were saved in spite of the horrible situation. Excuse me. Is this prison a princess? Sylvania? You're Princess Sylvania, correct? I'm here representing Norfolk. My name is Robot Easy. We gained word of your arrival, Princess Sylvania. Oh, a representative of Norfolk. You look young, but you must be a capable substitute, I suppose. Her eyes brightened. The fact that you sought me out must mean you want something in particular, right? Oh, well, there's something I want to ask you. Do you happen to know anything about the Cup of Healing? Cup of Healing? I most certainly do. It was a relic of Argyle. Of course, it exists only in legend now. It seems you are engaged in nothing but a flight of fancy. But should I tell her? I'm legitimately interested in the Cup of Healing. I heard there's a separate lid. I came thinking you might happen to know something. I heard it was somewhere in Argyle. Well, I don't know anything about the lid. Begging your pardon, Princess, but they must mean the relic in the... Quickly interrupts the maid. Wow, Janet, I just became incredibly hungry all of a sudden. Do you have anything to eat? And you, what makes you think I would have anything useful to say about an old wreck? What with the city being destroyed and all? I'm pretty sure she just deliberately cut off whatever the maid was going to say. Well, indeed. Is there anything else you wanted to ask me? No, except I suppose I am curious about the current status of Argyle. We heard that the kingdom had fallen. Do you know who was responsible? Ark says there's a good chance it was Hyver, but you never know. The most likely culprit behind what happened to Argyle. I'm not sure either, but I was outside the kingdom when it happened. I suppose that is why I remain alive. Based on what I heard from the refugees on the way here, Argyle Kingdom was invaded by Childs. And it was completely out of the blue. There was no warning. The strange thing is that we had a protective shield in Argyle that was supposed to keep the Childs from approaching. It is curious that the shield that had always protected Argyle suddenly failed. Then again, given the circumstances in the Western Territory, there's no way a child has already emerged as a commander. Would there be a connection between the commander and the fall of Argyle? Of course, the whole of the Western Territory is in chaos after all. It wasn't peaceful when Jade was a commander, but now the entire region is a mess, and Childs have flooded in from all over the place to fight for the empty seat of the commander. The strange thing is that whoever killed the commander didn't claim the post in the first place. This is a whole situation, the result of us killing Jade? The Childs took advantage of the power vacuum to plunder Argyle Kingdom. and many of my subjects died of or were injured on their way here. I was fortunate that I was outside of the kingdom at the time, but my subjects weren't so lucky. And now Rodimus is all we have. You said you were a representative of Norfay, right? Will you tell me what I just said? Argyle Kingdom is nothing but ruins. Our only hope now is Rodimus. Of course, I'll be sure to pass on your message. Norfay already announced his intention to accept all the refugees anyway. There you are, Robot Cheesy. How was the princess? Did she seem to know something about the Cup of Healing? Well, she got off her maid from speaking for one thing. She seemed to know something, but didn't admit as much. In fact, I would say she was hiding something. She suddenly changed the subject, for one thing. Yeah, I say she knows more than she's letting on. But she just wasn't willing to talk about it. Is that so? She seems to know something. What kind of person does the princess seem like to you, Robot Cheesy? The way I see it, Princess Sylvania seemed very concerned about the Argyle Kingdom refugees. She said Rodimus is their only hope, and that she's glad to have us. She also said Argyle Kingdom is nothing more than a pile of ruins left by the Childs. Thank you for the information. I will have to speak with Princess Sylvania through the hologram. Just promise me you won't intervene at any point, Robot Cheesy. Huh? Does this mean Norfay wants to take care of it himself? Alright. Then present the hologram to Princess Sylvania. What is it now? Have I not satisfied your curiosity? Princess, fidgeting. Just by looking at the maid, it's obvious they are hiding something. Norfay said he would take care of it though. This time it's not about the Cup of Healing Mid. Norfay wants to see you. All you have to do is stand before the hologram. Norfay? Okay then. Let's be careful not to reveal our true identity. I hope my humble wisdom can help you in any way. Greetings, Princess. I am Norfay, the acting leader of Rodimus. Let me apologize from the outset for having to appear in this form. Well, I can hear you just fine, and it makes sense that the leader of the anti-goddess faction would want to stay hidden. Though I didn't think that would be necessary with an ally like me. Still, I'm sure Rodimus has long been the main cog in the anti-goddess faction for a reason, I understand. Thank you for understanding, and I'm sorry to say this, but I don't think I can accept any more refugees in Argyle. Don't you mean Rodimus? What? Huh? The more refugees there are, the more financially burdensome they will become. As a princess, this is something you surely understand. Currently, Rodimus has exceeded the number of refugees. That can't be that can be accommodated and is facing a financial crisis. It is unreasonable to accept additional refugees in this situation. Moreover, Argyle Kingdom was the victim of a child surprise attack. We have no idea whether they simply won the land, how they knew Argyle's location, or if they suspected its connection with the anti-goddess faction. It is too risky to accept refugees from Argyle while ignoring the true potential threat to Rodimus when the reason for the attack is unknown. Where is this coming from? I thought Rodimus was a place that welcomed refugees who were left with nowhere to go by the child. How is it that you suddenly can't accept us? Of course I am aware it will be financially burdensome, but even so, how is it not an act of outright cruelty to suddenly refuse to accept refugees like this? They don't even have anything to wear or food to eat tomorrow. Don't you feel sorry for these people who pinned their hopes on Rodimus? Money and supplies do not grow from sympathy. That too is something you should know well. Then what if I help ease your financial burden? How? I am well aware that you are not in an enviable position at the moment. With the fall of Argyle Kingdom, you must be quite short on wealth and supplies. Are you not essentially one of the refugees at this point? Well, yes, but even though Argyle Kingdom has fallen, our technology handed down through the generations still exists. This is knowledge that is passed down through my people. We can teach some of that knowledge to Rodimus. Like an investment, you mean? When it comes to technology, Rodimus is not surpassed by Argyle Kingdom. And you know that introducing new technologies always requires money. In addition, as I mentioned, there are a lot of concerns regarding those who targeted Argyle. The refugees of Argyle may pose a threat to Rodimus, since we do not know what faction attacked your kingdom, or for what purpose. Referee said not to intervene, but he's going way too far. I don't understand. This place was originally founded by refugees. How much different are we from the Childs if we turn a blind eye toward those people who have suffered by their hand? After they say they came to Rodimus because it was their only hope. How could you say such a thing to those who have lost their homes and the people they love? When this problem was raised earlier, you said Rodimus was founded from the very beginning by refugees who gathered after losing their homes to Child. So I don't think there will be any problem with the refugees coming from Argyle. Huh? I mean, yeah, that's right. You are a fine speaker, Robot GZ, was it? Be it Rodimus or not, don't you think you are being too cruel? Like Robot GZ said. What have my people done to deserve such rejection? Were attacked because we're weak, and we came to survive. It's not kind to be attacked by the child because we were weak. Of course, I fully understand Rodimus' position. Accepting us without knowing all the risks that entails is in itself a dangerous proposition. But all we need is a place of comfort, nothing else. If we can't count on that small amount of goodwill, what's the difference between Rodimus and the child who destroyed Argyle? Alright, if you put it that way, Robot Easy. Princess, I will give the idea of Rodimus accepting Argyle refugees an open-minded review. However, even so, we cannot accept the risks without anything in return. Apart from technology, I hope you will find another way to pay for the risk of accepting the Argyle refugees, Princess. What do you mean, apart from technology? Pauses to consider. Since we are in a bind financially, I would instead mobilize the manpower we have to help with your own economic activity. Argyle Kingdom may have collapsed, but it was the people who made it a commercial hub. When it comes to commercial activity, it seems we are in a much better position than you are, Princess. We already have a unique trade agreement with the independent state of Merca. The independent state of Merca? Then, are you saying there's something in return you want from Argyle Kingdom, or from me in particular? Pauses to consider. I know, you guys have been looking for the cup of healing, right? You asked me about it earlier, didn't you? Why don't I help you look into that rug? There can't be anyone who knows more about Argyle's artifacts than the people of Argyle. Oh, right, I forgot. Don't tell me. Was that what Norfay was after all along? The cup of healing lid, you say. Alright. Information on the cup of healing lid and the technology of Argyle Kingdom. Those together will be enough incentive for Rodimus. If you provide support in these two areas, Rodimus will accept the Argyle refugees and offer them protection. When it comes to technological considerations, you should speak with inventor Narlin. With the apparent relief. Alright, when would be a good time to plan the details? In this regard, I will also send someone to help coordinate with Narlin in the future. Fortunately, the negotiations seem to have ended well, but why did Norfay say all that? I should go ask him. Go speak with Norfay. Alright, that is going to be, sorry, the stream's a little bit longer than usual, well, that's okay. So that is going to be it for now, so next time to, Dragon Sorceress Gameplay Parts 155. This is Robot GZ signing off. Bye!